It's time for Wisconsin race fans. Gather round. Welcome to the Racing Roundup Show. And thanks for joining us for our 42nd consecutive season. We are your destination for news and interviews from the Wisconsin racing scene, the upper Midwest, NASCAR, and more. With the support of our great sponsors, the Racing Roundup Show is America's longest-running weekly motorsports show held in front of a live audience. And tune in every Saturday morning at 11:30 to CW18 Milwaukee to catch Milwaukee's only motorsports show. You still have time to join the racing crowd for tonight's show. And now, here is the host of the Racing Roundup Show, Jim Trano.
Hello and welcome. We don't have to have a race car to start the show for us. The race cars are on the racetrack. Tonight we're joining you live at Slinger Super Speedway for the 47th annual Cobblestone Hotels Slinger National presented by Lynch GMC Buick of West Bend. We also want to tell you that we're here for the next little while. We want you to come on down and join us because you know why. There's a lot of cool things going on. Tonight is a really unique bracket challenge for the super lates. There's also a race called the Fire Suppression Solutions 100. That's a 100-lap race brought to you by the fine folks at the Turn 1 CRA Pro Series. It's a regional series that goes across the upper Midwest. We got some race drivers in that series that'll be fun to watch. 6 drivers from Wisconsin are racing in that race tonight. We're talking to one here in just a moment. I want to remind you, we're hanging out at Slinger Super Speedway. This is a Johnson & Sons paving road show. Jaden Johnson's racing tonight in a pro late model as well. His first time back to a track he won the championship on last year. We have a lot to cover on the program. We also want to tell you that we're here tonight. The races themselves tomorrow, coverage on Flow Racing that I'm on, tonight starts at 5, and then tomorrow night starts at 4:30 Central Time. So if you can't make it to Slinger, by all means, check out the Flow Racing coverage. But if you can't make it to Slinger, go to Ticket Hoss and get your tickets in advance. Just show your ticket at the door, walk right in, no waiting in line. It's going to be awesome. 2 days of racing. It's something we look forward to all year long. Thanks to Oak Creek Automotive for their support in presenting this program as well. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. We're hanging out with you at Slinger Super Speedway. It's a busy night. We got a driver in uniform ready to qualify his Turn 1 CRA Pro Series late model. That series has been added to this Slinger weekend, and I'm telling you, it's got to be exciting for our next guest, Rick Reed-Tackman. Thank you for joining us on the show. You're a guy from the area, but it's a big deal to have these national drivers drop into Slinger, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you know, I've got a lot of experience. I've been all over the place, all across the Midwest. I've traveled out west to go run the ARCA Menards West Series, and I've made a few starts in the ARCA Menards Series itself. So this is nothing new to be with some big talent here today, but it is my first time doing so in a pro late model. So all I've ever run is limited lates, and I stepped into an ARCA car from there. So this is a little bit of a new feeling. We've got some stuff to learn here today. We're shaking the bugs back out of a brand new race car. We debuted it last week. Had a stellar showing in the limited late model division here at Slinger.
You almost had a shot to win the thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then something went wrong. What happened?
Racing happens. Ultimately, racing just happens. It was a very aggressive race. We were all battling really hard. And ultimately, things just did not go the way that we had hoped it would. And but we got the car straightened out. Thankfully, there was no chassis or suspension damage to the car. It was all just cosmetic. So we got that all cleaned up. We got a fresh-looking Progress Manufacturing and RHR Products Reed chassis Ford Mustang ready to go for today.
The car looks beautiful. I didn't know it was brand new last week because literally it was brand new and that fast. You have to be confident knowing it was that fast until things got crazy at the end of that feature last week.
Yeah, and the worst part is I put that together in 20 days.
Wow.
That was a bare frame on casters in 20 days ago. So it was a lot of work, a lot of late nights, so I can't thank my boss and the owner of Progress Manufacturing for, one, letting me put a race car together, paying for the race car. He owns it. I just get to drive it. And all my crew guys, man, they've been absolutely amazing. And even all day, we've been hustling nonstop, and they've just been go, go, go. So I can't thank Charles Bush, my dad, Rick Tackman Jr., Jared Veek, Joe Shelby, and a whole bunch of other people to thank that they've been in the shop and at the racetrack just thrashing to make sure that I have an absolutely amazing piece to climb into day in and day out, no matter where I go.
So this is a family of southeastern Wisconsin short track racers, 3 generations deep. You couldn't help but be involved. How bad did you want to race? At what age did you say, Dad, I want to race something, and you finally got your chance?
Man, in some way, shape, or form, this has always been my bug. I had Hot Wheels cars. I was playing in the dirt. I grew up here. I mean, my mom was walking around here pregnant with me in 99 and 2000. It's just where we were. And that, Hales Corners, Lake Geneva, I grew up at all these great places. So this is home. This is the roots. This is where I think some of the best racing in the country comes from.
And you and your dad do a lot of the work yourselves, maybe somewhat out of necessity, but the opportunity comes by. You guys work really hard at getting your cars ready and prepared, whether it be for a full season or, in this case, a couple of great shots at winning a race at Slinger Speedway.
Yeah, absolutely. Me and my dad, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, we're...
Four generations.
I'm 4 generations,
all right.
Yes.
Okay.
5 if you want to count Milwaukee. But, no, we're regular every day. We do 40 hours a week plus at our normal day jobs. We're nothing special. We don't own a business that pays for everything, this and that. So we race on a pretty tight budget in a lot of cases. And, again, a lot of people help out. I mean, I couldn't be more thankful for everybody who helps out. Andy Haver and Dave Reed Jr. and Sr. They're always a phone call away from me. And Andy for letting me drive his Mid-Am cars for the last 4 years and now running his late models. And I've had a few other opportunities. I run a Mid-Am car for Russ Willingham out of Indiana. I've driven for Greg Beebe before. So they've been absolutely amazing people, all of them, to give me opportunities to drive their cars and, make a name for myself.
And you're doing just that at a young age, just 25 years of age. When it comes to racing, you have a chance to race where the opportunities are. Where are your next few opportunities for those who aren't going to be able to join us here at Slinger in the upcoming weeks?
Right now, tentatively, this has been our big goal here for the last few weeks. I do know that our 42 Mid-Am car will be at the Dells Raceway Park July 25th, and then it'll be back here August 9th for the Mid-Am night here along with late models. So I'm still waiting to hear back about the 74 car. We had some engine issues early in the year, and we've been recuperating from that. So whether we're running those events or not, if not, I'm going to do my best to see if I can't find my way into the late model here and run those dates with that. So
it's exciting
to make a showing.
It's exciting to know you have that confidence. I can't get more excited for you, but I do want to mention when you said your 42 Mid-Am race car. Mid-Am Racing is a series that's long established, 35 years deep. But you guys have always decided to do something a little different. And this year, your paint scheme on that number 42, do you remember the country music star Marty Robbins? You may not. He was before my time even. But he drove a NASCAR. He drove a pink and yellow number 42 race car. Yeah, I think he finished like 3rd or 4th at Talladega one time in a cup race.
Yep.
You guys have always had an affinity for pink and light purple and that kind of stuff.
Well, and that's the reason why.
Yeah.
So my grandfather always had red and blue in some way, shape, or form in his Hale Sportsman's in the late 60s when he started running. And the crew members complained that, hey, we really can't see the car. Everybody's got red and blue and gray and black, okay?
Yeah.
Pretty typical. And 72, they were putting, and I think that was the first late model that my grandfather built in 72. And he had the thing in primer like 3 weeks before first practice and just could not decide on a color to do. Well, my grandmother got paid that day, and she stopped at the vinyl store. Marty Robbins had just dropped his new album, the Today album, with his 1972 Dodge Challenger on the front sitting on the grass at Daytona.
Wow.
And she brought that into the shop and went, here you go. So
that's how you guys got the colors.
That's how we got the pink and yellow. So that's why we've always run with that in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And I figured I couldn't make a decision. And I'm like, man, I don't know what to paint this. I don't really want to put my house number on it, this, that, and the other. And I went, you know what? It's got a brand new body. It's a brand new build-up. I'm like, let's do a throwback scheme. And I think it was perfect. And the amount of attention that car has gotten has been leagues beyond what I ever thought it would be.
Where can we find the look of that car and follow you on social media, Rick?
As simple as I'm Rick Reddick Tackman with a hyphen on my last name on Facebook. You can follow me, send me a friend request, and then otherwise we do post on Renegade Race Cars, as well as follow the Mid-Am Racing Series on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and I believe Twitter X. They post a ton for all of our series cars. So if I'm not posting something, they're probably posting something of somebody's race car. And usually there's always a bite of the 42 car in there. You can't miss it.
Hey, it's great to see you here tonight. Driving that white and beautiful number 13. That car is fast. We know it's fast. We certainly hope the best for you this evening and can't thank you enough for joining us in between all the things going on to prepare for one of the biggest races of your season here tonight with us.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on the show again. It's always awesome to be here and have a conversation and get to, in some way, talk to the fans and, and it's always nice to have them come out. Slinger's absolutely amazing. It's great. I think Travis is doing ages 0 to 9 now are free. Mm-hmm. So bring your kids.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything.
Yep.
It's a great family night. And if anything, it starts the next generation. At least somebody coming to the racetrack and going, this is fun to do on a Saturday or Sunday night at any of our local short tracks. It's what we need. We need fans just as much as we need drivers.
Amen to that. He said it the best. I couldn't repeat it any better. Rick Brady Tackman, thank you for your time. Thanks for joining us here on the show.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back on the Racing Roundup Show with more.
Thanks for tuning in to the Racing Roundup Show. Check out our website, racingroundupshow.com, and like our show on Facebook. Join us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We're coming right back after these messages from our awesome show sponsors.
Johnson & Sons Paving is an asphalt and concrete paving contractor serving southern Wisconsin and proudly sponsors our weekly Bill Holland in the Groove segment. Trust a team of experts offering a full range of asphalt and concrete construction services for customers from Dane County to Fond du Lac and from Sheboygan to Kenosha County. Johnson & Sons Paving is proud to meet or beat their clients' timeline while exceeding expectations. Homeowners and business owners alike depend on the racers at Johnson & Sons Paving to stay on budget and to get in and out quickly while keeping their property safe and accessible at all times. For all of your asphalt and concrete needs, get started by going online to johnsonsonspaving.com.
For your next purge or project, go with the pros. Source Services. Champion driver of Wisconsin Short Track Hall of Famer Dan Source founded Source Services in 1988 with one truck, one employee, and a tireless work ethic. Through the dedicated work of Dan and his employees, Source Services LLC is southeastern Wisconsin's leading waste container rental company. Dropped and picked up by professionals, you can rent a dumpster for up to 60 days. Source Services sorts and recycles to reduce the amount of waste going into landfills. Go with the pros at sourceservices.com.
Bobby Gutnick and the technicians at Oak Creek Automotive on South 27th Street in Drexel are experts in automotive repair. For 35 years and counting, the Napa Certified Car Care Center at Oak Creek Automotive handles emission testing, tires, and complete auto, truck, and SUV repair. From oil changes to transmission replacement, 414-761-3250 to schedule your free inspection appointment. For all your vehicle repair needs, head to South 27th in Drexel to the experts at Oak Creek Automotive. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show, America's longest running weekly motorsports program held in front of a live audience. You still have time to join the racing crowd. Now let's get back to our host, the PA voice of the Daytona 500. You've seen him on Flow Racing's coverage of the Snowball Derby and Slinger Nationals, and on Track TV's coverage of the ASA Stars National Tour. Once again, here is Jim Trado.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us here on this special occasion. It's a Johnson & Sons Paving Road Show on a Monday because there's a lot going on tonight in anticipation of tomorrow night's big 47th Annual Cobblestone Hotels Slinger Nationals. The super late models are about to set into a bracket challenge here in a few moments. We'll tell you more about that as the show goes on, but more importantly, we've got a driver sitting next to us that's about to deep dive into the bracket challenge. This segment of our show is brought to you by RapinaRealty.com. Choose a great realtor that can buy or sell your home or business with confidence. If you're looking for property, looking for your dream home, go to RapinaRealty.com. Hire knowledge. Knowledge is power. Matt Rapina and Rapina Realty can get it done for you. RapinaRealty.com. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. We're live at, no, we're not live. I'm going to do it again. Take two. Here we go. We're live anyway. This is for Saturday morning's CW18 TV show at 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Here you go. You ready? Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. Glad to have you with us. We're at Slinger Super Speedway. There's a big race this week called the Slinger Nationals, and we have a driver that's from Markesan, Wisconsin, racing in his third Slinger Nationals, if all goes to plan. Jesse Bernhagen, thanks for taking the time to join us here on the show in between everything else that's going on today.
Absolutely, no problem. I like coming down.
When you guys are getting prepared for a season of racing, there's cars in your shop that are late models and are super late models. What do you have to do to this super late model to race against the best of the best here at Slinger?
So we'll put different shocks on it. You can run, we can run bump stops, and the easiest way to describe it is that the other cars are like a limited late model. You're limited on what you can do. You're limited on your shocks. You're limited on what dollar amounts of shocks you can put on the car. You're limited on the height of your spoiler. So the limited late model has a 5-inch spoiler. The super late model has a 6-inch spoiler. That all puts more downforce on the nose of the car, helps it turn faster. And then just the engine is also a big component of it too. We have an Ace motor. those will do around 525 to 540 horsepower. Some of the other guys have Southern Parts motors. Neither of those is legal in a limited late model. And a lot of limited late models run crate motors, similar to what you're going to see in the CRA program tonight. We still run they call it a Big 8 style open concept motor. It's got a little bit more horsepower, but then we have to weigh more to kind of counteract it.
Jesse, when it comes to these kind of events, are you changing over one car to make it legal for both types of cars you described, both divisions?
No, our super late model stays the same pretty much all year. We set it up that way, and then that's where it sits. The limited late model, the car that we were in at the Dells last Saturday, we do a lot more changing with that one because every so often we'll bump up and run that one as a super. We've done that with the CWA series in the past. We've done it we ran the Jefferson Super Late Model Show last year. Next week, we're going to take that car up to La Crosse, and then you got to put 10-inch tires on it because they run a 1070 tire, not the D810. So there's a lot more switching that goes on with that car.
Sure.
The car that runs here at Slinger, we don't change it. We finally got it working good, so now we don't touch it, and it stays where it's at. There's
a theory to this as well. We're going to get into it right now with Jesse Bernhagen. Congrats again by the feature win at the Dells Raceway Park in that car you just described. Nice job on the winning of the twin 30-lappers. When it comes to racing, though, you had it down here in a late model at Slinger, a car that you told us on prior shows you didn't change a whole lot. And the car wasn't the newest piece, but it was right for Slinger, and you won the championship that year. Tell us more about that mindset of not having to keep changing for the effort of changing and maybe losing speed.
Yeah, once you have it set, you kind of just – you do the exact same thing every night, and you might make a few small tweaks based on, okay, last week I went up a half inch with the panel bar. Tonight it's a little bit hotter, so I'm only going to go up a quarter inch, right? And you're splitting hairs there. That car in 2023 was just on a rail every night. It didn't matter what we did. It
didn't matter who was racing with you. You guys were in your own zip code.
It was awesome. And so that year, I'd take it home on Monday. I'd go through the whole thing, make sure it was exactly where it was when we brought it, and then we'd come back. We'd just repeat the same thing. After, before qualifying, we'd put a spring rubber here, and then before the heat race, we'd do this, and then after the feature, or before the feature, we'd do X, Y, and Z, and it was almost the same result every time.
Okay, so for those who don't know, Jesse Bernhagen has a crew of a lot of people. Okay, who's on the crew?
Tonight we got a bigger crew. We got my dad, my brother Drew, and then Ken and Evan are both here. So we racked up the number to 5 tonight.
That's a record number for you guys. It's usually
good.
You and your dad, right?
Yeah, but at the Dells last week it was myself and Evan. And my dad actually has been taking off at the Dells lately. So, normally we're a 2-man crew. We were that way for a long time. Started getting a few kids to come out and help us, and that's been really helpful.
So what kind of satisfaction is that for you, Jesse, knowing that you raced you qualified in and raced the entire Slinger Nationals the last 2 years? 200 laps of racing at the quarter mile is hard, but to finish 15th and 13th, how much more satisfying is it knowing what you guys are able to do with the people you have and the work you put in?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, you see what you're up against, right? And you know
teams that have 5 full-time employees,
right,
they travel the country, they test way before they come to the track. Sure, all that.
Right. So today, that second practice out here was crazy. We were all trying to go as fast as we possibly could to be the fastest in practice so that you were the 1 seed in the bracket. And we went out there. I saw a lot of guys go by taped up and with sticker tires on. We never had a set of sticker tires. We don't have that funding, which is fine. It's the ballgame that we play. So we went out there on good tires, about 8 to 10 laps on them, and that was what we busted off our best lap at. We tried to back it up. We could get close, but we just couldn't quite overcome it. Well, every lap you put on the tires, they get slower. So I think that's really the primary difference. I mean, how many guys you have sitting around the car at the end of the night, that doesn't make the car go faster.
Right.
It's all about the work that you put in the shop to get it to the racetrack. The biggest hauler doesn't win the race.
Do you have more time in the summer, for example, because your day job is not as impacted during the summertime?
I don't know. Now that I moved up a division, it's a little bit more.
For those who don't know, he's an educator by trade. Yeah. What do you do in Markesan, Wisconsin, Jesse?
So I was teaching for a long time, and then I moved up to the principal role more recently. So that's what I mean by moved up a division.
Yeah.
So now my summers are a little bit different, but Mondays are still, I'm able to, it's flexible enough to where on Mondays I can sit down, work in the shop, take notes, do everything I need to do, and then I'm back up to the school on Tuesday. And Fridays are flexible then too. But definitely once we get into August here, it starts to pick back up on the school end, and I'm back at it.
You've got some great people behind the race car, but also some great people supporting you along the way. I know that Jones Dairy Farm on your hat. They've been involved with you guys for a long time. That's a big family company.
Yeah, I think past 5 years now. They're awesome to work with. They've out of Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. You can find all their products I get mine at Costco. You can find them in almost any grocery store. My buddy who is a truck driver, he was down in North Carolina the other day, and he's like, hey, they got it here. I'm like, cool. So, no, their products are great. I had it for breakfast this morning. They've been great. We've got a lot of people that have been with us since the very beginning, like going back to 2005. A lot of people from Marquezan, Wisconsin, like Schultz Transport and Necker Trucking, Chris's Floral and Gifts. Those you can find all those people in Marquezan. A lot of good stuff.
Where are you racing next?
We are going to La Crosse on Saturday for their fair race. We're doing okay in the NASCAR national standings, so we're going to try to chase some NASCAR points up there. Then after that, I think we go back to the Dells. We're going to try to run the full season there.
All right. Sounds like a lot of fun. Where can we follow you on socials?
Facebook, I'm just Jesse Bernhagen Racing. Instagram, I think it's jesse.bernhagen28. I'm most active on Facebook.
Great to see you here. We wish you the best against some of the nation's best. They're racing against Milwaukee and Wisconsin's best. Marcus, Wisconsin's Jesse Bernhagen right in the mix. Thanks for joining us here on the show. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
We're going to come right back with more on this edition of the Racing Roundup Show. Stay tuned.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Share what you love about short track racing on our Facebook page and on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We'll be right back with more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Adams Towing offers expert heavy-duty towing services for the entire state of Wisconsin from their Plover headquarters. Since 1961, 3 generations of heavy-duty towing specialists and racing supporters have provided towing, flatbed, and reload service, plus winching and upright, ball and boom service, truck starting and cleanup. Adams Towing proudly sponsors Ryan Farrell's Super Late Model team. Put Adams Towing and their experienced team and their fleet of heavy-duty tow trucks and rollbacks to work for you. Call Adams Towing today at 715-344-3836.
Automatic Transmission Design is located in Germantown, Wisconsin. They've been hard at work the last 15 years in perfecting the best performance racing transmissions and converters. The folks at ATD have made it possible to offer the best quality and most affordably priced winning components for off-road, drag racing, truck pulling, and circle track applications. ATD may not be the biggest or most famous company in the marketplace, but they have the will and put in that extra effort to provide you with the best products available. ATD's certified technicians go through a comprehensive quality checklist on every transmission and converter they build. Then it's tested on their in-house dyno. Only then is the product ready for shipment to the customer. ATD takes these steps to provide you with the best quality products every time. They are 100% guaranteed. Their no returns policy makes sure it's right the first time. The next time you need a performance transmission or converter, give Charlie a call at 262-251-7777 or visit autotransdesign.com.
Hey there, this is Leon from LD's Barbecue, open Wednesday through Sunday in East Troy. Not only do we serve your favorites every day, but we also provide catering for graduations, weddings, office parties, and more. Stop in and try our award-winning food, sauces, and rubs. Check us out on Facebook for daily specials, LD's Barbecue in East Troy. Remember, we'll smoke your butt.
Like our show on Facebook and share our content with other race fans. We hope to see you at one of our upcoming shows too. Join racers, other race fans, and win prizes. Now let's get back to more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to the program. I see Dave Obermeyer here. I see Al Laufer here. I see Dan Casey back there. I see a lot of familiar faces. Jimmy and there's Steve. There he is. Banowski's. Guys, good to see you guys. They've been coming to the show since Steve was Stevie and he was barely able to walk. So thanks, guys, for being part of the show. We're 42 years deep into this, and you guys are great to see at the show when you get a chance. They're big into racing here at Slinger Super Speedway as well. Johnson & Sons Paving is bringing us our road show again here at Slinger Super Speedway. Johnson & Sons Paving is an asphalt and concrete paving contractor serving southern Wisconsin. So if you're looking for something they have it for you. They proudly sponsor our weekly Bill Holland in the group segment. They have a team of experts offering a full range of asphalt and concrete construction services for customers from Dane County to Fond du Lac and from Sheboygan to Kenosha County. Pretty big area, but they get it done right. They're really good at what they do. Johnson & Sons Paving is proud to meet or beat their clients' timeline while exceeding expectations as well. Homeowners and business owners alike depend on the racers at Johnson & Sons Paving to stay on budget and get in and out quickly with keeping their property safe and accessible at all times. So that's important for you as customers. If you get in a driveway and you're out of a business, they know how to do that right to keep your doors open. For all your asphalt and concrete needs, get started by going online to johnsonsonspaving.com. This portion of our show is brought to you by our friend Brad Miller, who's racing tonight for his second Slinger Nationals Championship. BMRE Electric Carts is his company. They're in Random Lake. They have over 20 Icon golf carts in stock, gas and electric powered. They take trade-ins as well. Great deals going on all the time. So if you want to find out about one of their scooters, their e-bikes, you can find it all on their Facebook page, BMRE Electric Carts Company. You can join the racing crowd with us next week at Paulie's Pub and Eatery in West Dallas. We have a great show in store for you. So join the racing crowd next Tuesday at Paulie's Pub and Eatery. And in 2 weeks' time, we're live with another Johnson & Sons Paving Road Show. We'll be at a Tuesday night bike night, live band night in the parking lot at LD's Barbecue in East Troy. Come hungry. A great menu of food there, award-winning sauces and barbecue. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's in 2 weeks on Tuesday, July 28th. This is a special edition of the Racing Roundup Show live at Slinger Super Speedway thanks to Johnson & Sons Paving and Oak Creek Automotive. We're hanging out in the Turn 4 bar where our friend Jeff Storm actually called this Trouble in Turn 4. They had a naming contest. Stormy's racing tonight. He's actually doing pretty good in the points here at Slinger, and he's racing for yet another Slinger Nationals opportunity to score and put his name on the back of that T-shirt for the 47th running of the Slinger Nationals yet to come tomorrow night. Hey, it's time for the Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin NASCAR report. Justin Allgaier just keeps on winning in the O'Reilly Series. His 6th win this year came Saturday night at Atlanta at the Echo Park Speedway. Tip of the cap to Slinger resident and full-time NASCAR driver Josh Blicky for finishing 12th on a big 1.5 miles. That's a really fast track. Josh has opportunities most often at road courses, most often at big tracks. Good job by coming home 12th in Bobby Dotter's number 07. The race was weather delayed Saturday night. Believe it or not, I stayed up to watch the end of it. It was a 3-hour rain delay. Yeah, I saw it. I watched it. I watched Carson Hocevar because he's racing tonight and tomorrow night at Slinger Speedway. I'm like, what's he doing? He took the lead with 11 laps to go, maybe 12. I'm like, okay, cool. And then Blaney comes by and like, oh, I didn't know Blaney led that many laps. Blaney goes running past him. There's a caution. That goes in overtime. Hocevar is the restart leader, okay? Restart leader of the Cup race. I'm like, this is perfect. What a great lead into Slinger, right? So he gets going, and Blaney goes around him. And then 2 other guys decide they don't want to help him, and they go around Hocevar. And now Hocevar is just pedaling. And it was amazing to see how that young man, at just 23 years of age, can get a Cup car in contention to win in Atlanta. And he came across the line. We're going to be there live for the annual visit, the first Tuesday in August, for the Gandry Auto Group 250 there. Carson raced in it last year with Richie. He said, I need to do more of this. So wouldn't you know it, they put together a deal where he gets to race some super late races with Richie Waters, who's overseeing the opportunities with Spire Motorsports. That's Carson's Cup team. And their development driver, Tristan McKee, who's here for the first time racing the Slinger Nationals, but he also raced here in the ASA Stars race back here on Father's Day. So Tristan McKee, at just 15 years of age, is a kid everybody's keeping their eye on, and Carson's his teammate here, among other celebrities and superstars here in the world of short track racing. It's time to take a peek into our Bonafide Security Solutions short track report. Mike Egan's racing tonight in the Turn 1 CRA Pro Series 100-lap race tonight, the Fire Suppression Solution 100, presented by the Wisconsin Freemasons. Mike's racing, and his son Nick's racing the Super Late. Mike's got the Pro Late going. See the racers at Team Bonafide for custom-made security doors, program card access, and alarm system for your home or business. They make custom doors. They do a lot there, a lot of fabrication to make sure it is exactly what you need. They're very smart. They know what's going on. They've done it for a long time. 59 is the number on the back of Mike's T-shirt. 59 years in business. My goodness. It's a lot. Call Bonafide at 262-790-9400 or go online to bonafidesafe.com. They protect what you value. CK Contractors LLC supports our Wilmot Raceway coverage. Congrats to Sheldon Houdenchild and Buddy Kofoid on the World of Outlaws sprint car victories over the weekend at Wilmot Raceway. Anderson's Maple Syrup sponsored Bill Baylog finished 9th and 7th and put his late girlfriend Natalie Klemko's number 20 on his wing to tribute to her after her passing. Very cool. Best among the IRA Outlaws was Oak Creek Automotive, sponsored Logan Julian in 17th Friday night. And on Saturday night, it was Austin Hartman placing 12th in the A main at Wilmot. Saturday night, July 25th, at Wilmot Raceway, the American Big Rig Racing Semi-Trucks. Yes, semi-trucks at Wilmot Raceway in the Kenosha County Fairgrounds. That's Saturday night, July 25th. Check out the website, wilmotraceway.com. Diamond Racing Wheels brings us our Dells Raceway Park coverage. Randy Sargent and Jesse Bernhagen, who just had on the show. Each one late model features Saturday night. Steve Schultz conquered the modified 25-lapper. This Saturday night at Dells Raceway Park is Kalahari Splash Night with sportsman double features, legends, bandos, and a great NASCAR weekly racing. Our Gravity Park coverage this season is sponsored by Race Car Components for Gearheads in Beaver Dam. 7 divisions raced this past Friday night, and guess what? They're racking 7 divisions again, including the return of the Midwest Legends Dirt Series. They're coming back this Friday night to Gravity Park in Chilton. Congrats to BMR Electric Carts owner and friend of the show, Brad Miller, for his clean sweep Saturday night on the dirt side. Yeah, he's racing tonight in a super late on pavement. He's also a 3-time Plymouth Speedway champion, Plymouth Dirt Track champ, and he won qualifying, won his heat, and won the feature on Saturday night in one of their 6 super late model races they run on the dirt on the Sheboygan County Fairgrounds. He clean sweeped them all. And Pete-O, who was at the show last week at Pauley's, Pete Ostrowski climbed back in a modified at Plymouth, where I announced him to a championship back in the late 80s, early 90s. Pete-O got in the car, started last, let everybody kind of play. There are a bunch of beautiful cars that have been restored, and Pete-O ended up winning the race. So congrats to Pete-O, who gave the trophy away to a kid after the races from the grandstands. Brandon Welty won the Badger Midget Hall of Fame night feature on Saturday night. Last night here at Slinger, Tanner Berge won the 602 Craters feature and cashed a $1,000 bounty they put on John DeAngelis Jr., who won 3 races in a row. John DeAngelis got to his left rear tire, but that's as close as he got as they crossed the finish line. 1-2. Oak Creek Automotive sponsor James Swan won the Midwest Truck Series race. We are starting to qualify. Yep, we're starting the old bracket challenge right now at Slinger Super Speedway with the 2 cars. Actually, no, it's qualifying for the Turn 1 CRA Pro Series. They're qualifying right now. We're going to take a break, step away, and come back with more on this edition of the Racing Roundup Show live from Slinger Super Speedway.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Contact us on our website, racingroundupshow.com. We'll be right back with more of the Upper Midwest and Wisconsin racing scene, NASCAR, and the world of motorsports.
Johnson & Sons Paving is an asphalt and concrete paving contractor serving southern Wisconsin and proudly sponsors our weekly Bill Holland in the Groove segment. Trust a team of experts offering a full range of asphalt and concrete construction services for customers from Dane County to Fond du Lac and from Sheboygan to Kenosha County. Johnson & Sons Paving is proud to meet or beat their clients' timeline while exceeding expectations. Homeowners and business owners alike depend on the racers at Johnson & Sons Paving to stay on budget and to get in and out quick. Oak Creek Automotive for their sponsorship of this road show. We also want to thank Jesse Bernhagen for joining us and Rick Reading Tackman, 2 local racers going against the best. I think they'll fare pretty well. Jesse's got a great car, and of course Rick has his own brand new car, just a week old, racing here in a late model. I'm Jim Trado. Thanks for joining us on the program. We couldn't thank you enough. Hope you come down to Slinger Nationals tomorrow night, or we'll see you next Tuesday at Pauley's. Until then, have at it, racers.
Wisconsin racing fans, we hope you enjoyed our show. Watch Milwaukee's only motorsports TV show this Saturday morning at 11:30 on CW18 Milwaukee and live online at CW18Milwaukee.com. We are delivering fresh content every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central. Plan now to join the racing crowd next Tuesday and win prizes. Visit RacingRoundUpShow.com for our latest show schedule and to watch our shows on demand. Like the Racing Roundup Show on Facebook. Follow and interact with us on X and Instagram at Racing Roundup. Until next time, race fans, on behalf of the entire crew, this is Dean Strom reminding you to support your local racetrack, set your DVRs, have at it, racers.